For the longest time, the mantra in business has been pretty simple: get more customers. But what if the real secret to sustainable long term growth isn't about chasing what's new? What if it's about cherishing the customers you already have? Well, that's the retention revolution, and it's changing absolutely everything. I want you to think about your business like a bucket. You spend so much money and so much energy marketing, sales, pouring new customers into the top. But all the while, there are these little holes in the bottom, and customers are slipping away, sometimes just as fast as you can pour new ones in. So the real question isn't just how fast can you fill the bucket, it's how fast can you plug the leaks. Okay, so let's talk about the actual cost of those leaks, and this is staggering. Research from the Harvard Business Review found that getting a new customer costs anywhere from 5 to 25 times more than just keeping an existing one. Just let that sink in for a second. Every single customer that walks away costs a small fortune to replace. And this brings us to this huge paradox in how we think about business today. In this relentless chase for growth, are we completely overlooking the gold mine that is sitting right in front of us? I mean, the financial power of plugging those leaks it's immense. Look at this, a tiny, tiny 5% improvement in customer retention can almost double your profits. And you might be asking, how? Well, it's because loyal long-term customers don't just stick around. They actually spend more over time, and they become your best salespeople. So, if the problem is this leaky bucket, what's the solution? Well, it's not just a new tactic. It's a fundamental shift in mindset. It's about moving from simply fixing problems when they happen to proactively making sure your customers succeed from day one. Let me give you an analogy. The old model, customer service, is kind of like a firefighter. It's totally reactive. A fire breaks out, they show up, they put out the fire. It's essential for sure, but it's always a response to a crisis. The new model, customer success, is more like a town planner. It's proactive. The planner designs the city to prevent fires in the first place, making sure everything is built for safety, growth, and long-term success. See the difference? So what is customer success really? It's a whole business methodology that's laser-focused on one single thing: making sure your customers achieve their desired outcomes. It's not just about them being happy with your product, it's about them being truly successful because of your product. And that distinction, that is the game changer. And this whole methodology is really built on three core pillars. First, proactive engagement, reaching out before a problem even has a chance to start. Second, a relentless focus on outcomes. You've got to be obsessed with helping customers hit their goals. And third, you've got to be data-driven. Use analytics to guide every single move you make. Okay, so that's the theory. It all sounds great, right? But how do you actually put this stuff into practice? Let's dive into the playbook and look at some real, concrete strategies you can use to start building a retention-focused business like today. It all kicks off with listening. Genuinely listening. Use surveys, feedback channels, whatever you can to really understand what your customers need and where their pain points are. Then, and this is the important part, you act on it. You personalize their experience. And I'm not just talking about using their first name in an email. I'm talking about tailoring the whole journey to show them you see them as a person, not just another number on a spreadsheet. And if you want to see a masterclass in personalization, look no further than Spotify Wrapped. That's not just a data report. It's a celebration of your personal journey with their brand. It creates this amazing moment of delight, makes you feel seen, and seriously deepens your connection. It's basically a world-class retention strategy disguised as a fun little gift. Genius. Okay, next up, reward loyalty. Things like loyalty programs with points or exclusive perks, they give customers a real, tangible reason to keep coming back. And please do not underestimate the power of community. Creating a space, a forum, Slack channel, whatever, where your customers can connect with each other, it builds this incredible sense of belonging. And a cool side effect, they start helping each other out, which turns them into a powerful support network for your brand. Now, building a great retention strategy is one thing, but how do you prove it's working? And better yet, how do you use that proof to your advantage? The answer is all about social proof. You have to show, not just tell, people that you deliver on your promises. It's just basic psychology, right? We are wired to trust the experiences of people like us. And this is especially true in the B2B world. Get this,
A staggering 84% of decision makers start their buying process with a reference. That means your happiest customers are, without a doubt, your most powerful sales tool.
So, how do you bottle that success and share it with the world? Well, a great case study isn't just a glowing review, it's a story, and it has a structure. You need a punchy, results driven title. You need to clearly state the customer's problem. Then, you walk through the solution you provided. You have to show hard, measurable results. And finally, you sprinkle in authentic quotes that really bring the whole story to life. And here's a super simple but crazy effective way to frame that story: the before after bridge framework. It's easy. You start by painting a clear picture of the problems the customer was facing before. Then you jump to the incredible results they achieved after. And finally, you explain exactly how your product or service was the bridge that got them from point A to point B.
Let's make this real. This is what that framework looks like in action. We're looking at data from a case study with Molly, the payment service provider. They were really struggling to connect with the right prospects. After they implemented a new solution, boom, they saw an 80% improvement in their connect rates. That is a powerful, undeniable result you can't argue with.
But see, the numbers are just one part of the story. You have to immediately follow that hard data with a human voice. This quote from Molly's managing director, Dave Smallwood, it doesn't just repeat the data, it adds emotion. When he says the difference is chalk and cheese, that paints such a vivid picture. It makes the proof feel real, authentic, and way more memorable. And that brings us full circle. Businesses are absolutely obsessed with tracking their customer acquisition cost. It's a standard metric. But let me ask you this: how many are just as obsessed with understanding the true lifetime value of a loyal, happy customer? Because that shift in focus, that is the retention revolution.